Okay, so this entire Diddy show resembles a wild thrill ride each day. There's some new scoop or another person giving everything away about what Diddy probably did. Now, Lori Harvey, Steve Harvey's great little girl, is by all accounts dropping clues that Diddy purportedly pulled a few obscure maneuvers, like including her with his child in a not so cool manner each time another story springs up about Diddy. It resembles genuinely What's Next Harvey they seen in Cabo, and at one point Diddy arrives at her pullover to contact her stomach, nearly as in like a goodness, darling. Now what compels this situation significantly stranger? It's not only the huge age distinction, which is somewhat frightening, with Diddy being way more seasoned than Lori. He was basically in father mode when she was conceived. Adding to the peculiarity, and get this, Lori was really near Diddy's late ex Kim Watchman. She even called Kim mom in an Insta post, yet that got erased quick forward a little, and presently Lori's draw. All near to Diddy. Did I notice that Steve Harvey, the relationship master, was cool with it from the get-go, yet presently with claims hitting Diddy, Lori exchanging sides and uncovering some wrecked stuff he evidently did to her inquisitive. Stay nearby till the end for the stunning subtleties. Now such countless things become expounded on you in the press, yet I've for practically forever needed to realize what resembles the greatest misinterpretation about who Lori Harvey is. It's so entertaining cause there's since I'm so tranquil. There's been such countless stories that have been made up about me. I've heard I've dated a dad and child before. False. By no means obvious. Diddy has as of late answered a progression of claims documented against him by a few ladies asserting bad behavior on his part. His response is essentially what one could anticipate in such circumstances anyway. How about we investigate the unfurling occasions as they become expanding, inly unpredictable and interesting to begin. There are as of now 4 claims blaming Diddy and his organizations for different bad behaviors, with the most youthful individual engaged with these claims being only 17 years of age. This fight in court has become very much a display, provoking Diddy to end his quiet on Instagram. In his post, he communicated dissatisfaction at individuals endeavoring to discolor his name and proclaimed his aim to battle for reality. He passionately denied participating in the activities asserted against him. This reaction infers comparable occurrences in the past. For example, R. Kelly's meeting with Gail Ruler, where solid dissents were made even with serious allegations anyway, demonstrating reality Diddy is pushing for may end up being very moving, as well as confronting charges of wrongdoing. He's additionally managing tales connecting him to the homicides of a few people, including his ex-accomplice Kim Dorman, who is the mother of his 3 kids. The hypothesis even ventures to such an extreme as to propose that Kim might have been a survivor of treachery and her ex, all be certain, freely alluded to her demise as a homicide. This layer of intricacy adds one more aspect to a generally muddled circumstance past the legitimate unrest. How about we dig into the mind-boggling connections encompassing Kim Dorman, giving further setting to this unfurling adventure? There are mumbles that Kim was encircled by people who might not have had her well-being on a fundamental level, with Lori Harvey supposedly being among them. Tales about an association among Lori and Diddy started flowing in mid-2019, only a couple of months after Kim's passing. In Walk 2019, Diddy and Lori were spotted together at a Beam live performance in Miami, starting beginning hypotheses regardless of Lor's delegate denying any heartfelt contribution. Resulting months saw them on numerous dates, including a late-night stroll in New York City, doing the dating bits of gossip that have been happening for a half a month now. Definitely the by July 2019, a source affirmed to Hollywood Life that Diddy and Lori were developing nearer, with Lori purportedly assuming a strong part in assisting Diddy with adapting to the fallout of Kim's passing. This wind in the account reveals insight into the multifaceted elements of connections, despondency, and encouraging groups of people in the realm of VIPs. The perplexing account took one more turn in August 2019, when Lori and Diddy set out traveling to Italy with Lor's folks Steve and Marjorie. The photos from this outing, catching snapshots of closeness among Lori and Diddy, appeared to fuel doubts encompassing their relationship. These pictures, combined with continuous reports, added fuel to the generally blasting discharge of public interest. Lori Harvey, they're warming things up in Italy. Notice her arm is on the rear of his seat. In the ensuing month, Lori and Diddy set out on one more getaway, this opportunity to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. During this outing, Lori unintentionally ignited gossipy tidbits about a potential pregnancy. The Tattle Factory went into overdrive when TMZ caught photographs of Diddy gently scouring Lori's stomach. Such previews can frequently prompt wild hypotheses, and this was no special case. Around a similar time, a few voices in the open arena started communicating their objection, declaring that both Lori and Diddy's activity were disagreeable. Their thinking depended on a prior occurrence from that very year when Lori was seen getting comfortable at parties with Diddy's Zelda child Justin Combs. The overall opinion recommended that Lori was presently sincerely associated with Diddy, inferring a type of heartfelt crossover among father and child that turned into a subject of conversation, with some going similarly as marking Lori as associated with Justin as his messy seconds. It's pivotal to take note of that there is no substantial proof supporting the case that Lori had at any point been in a heartfelt connection with Justin. While they were spotted at similar parties multiple times, there is no sign that Lori displayed a similar degree of closeness with Justin as she did with Diddy. Lori herself excused such bits of gossip during a meeting with of Adrian Ballon back in January. In that interview, she tended to the huge number of manufactured anecdotes about her, including the unwarranted case that she had recently dated both a dad and child. Lori fervently denied these reports, expressing unequivocally that they were by no means evident. Now such things become expounded on you in the press. Yet I've without exception needed to realize what resembles the greatest misguided judgment about who Lori Harvey is. It's so entertaining QZ. Since I'm so peaceful, there's been such countless stories that have been made up about me. I've dated a dad and child before. False in no way, shape, or form. Genuine. Strangely, it's important that the meeting with Lori on E! News, where she disproved these cases, has been erased from their authority YouTube channel. Just pieces of the meeting currently exist on different virtual entertainment stages, bringing up issues about the intentions behind such an exclusion. The specific accessibility of the meeting adds a fascinating layer to the continuous story encompassing Lori, Diddy, and Justin. Anyway, there is a considerably seriously concerning part of this tangled trap of connections that warrants conversation. Covered underneath the sensationalized media inclusion is Lori's significant association with Kim Watchman, Diddy's late ex-accomplice. While this feature of the account has to a great extent been neglected, late web re-emerging uncovered Lori's genuine post about Kim's demise, in spite of the fact that Lori had recently eliminated the post from her web-based entertainment channel. It has since acquired re-established consideration. The disclosure is that Lori and Kim were unquestionably close. CL with Lori in any event, alluding to Kim as mom. Soon after Kim's passing, Lori shared a full photograph on her Instagram, joined by a sincere inscription communicating the trouble she looked in handling the misfortune. As would be natural for her, Kim was depicted as a delightful individual, both all around, and Lori offered thanks for Kim's sweet and adoring nature towards her. The post mirrored a veritable love and deference for Kim, depicting her as a heavenly messenger on the planet. And presently in paradise, Lori bid goodbye to mom Kim in a contacting accolade. Anyway, the account goes off in a strange direction when only 3 months after Kim's destruction, reports started flowing that Lori was sincerely associated with, in all honesty, Diddy, the dad of Kim's 3 kids. This disclosure adds a layer of intricacy and causes a stir given the nearby security Lori imparted to Kim. The timing and nature of Lori's supposed association with Diddy produced